All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Mutant X issue number 4, covered by Rainy and Pep-Boy. I probably said that a couple of times, but the reason that I'm, reviewing older comics that I have in my collection, because back in the day I bought a lot, and I mean a lot. I bought basically everything, well, mostly for Marvel and DC, because I don't want to miss out. But and now I'm going to revisit those books to see if they're still holding up, if they are still good. The answer is no. I mean, in this case, I like the concepts, Alex going to a different reality, that he is meeting up with a group of mutants called the Six, and then he is married with Madeline Pryor and has a son that has maybe powers, maybe not, who knows. But the writing is all over the place. It seems that they are going from 0 to 100 in just a couple of issues. I mean, this is issue 4, and then we set up a story about her becoming the Goblin Queen, right? But the strange thing is, she is called Marvel Woman and has telekinesis as powers, which is weird because in the last issue or the last issue before that, she shoots green blast, so that's not telekinesis. Also, in the last issue, there was a filler, and it was issue 3, and already a filler. So, although I have all the comics, I'm not sure if I, continue, reviewing this because I don't like the art at all. I mean, this looks good, but it's so inconsistent. And so, yeah, she's laughing, and the Six is being attacked, and then her son, Scotty, like Scott Summers, is calling to her, and she says, "Hey, you hurting me? What are you doing?" And then, well, she wakes up because it was all a dream, right? So let me double check. Story and art, Howard Mackie, Carrie Norton, and Andrew Pep-Boy. So there's 3 people drawing this, which is not a good sign, mostly. Right? Because, this looks good, right? I mean, is this Gary Nort? I guess so. I'm not entirely sure. But she says, "Hey, Scotty is calling for you." And then Alex says, "Well, I'm you're going to get some sleep. I'm going to go to Scotty," right? And he's also immediately accepting that he's not going to get home, which is another concern about the quality of the story for me, because is he here for, I don't know, 1 week or 2 years, that he's now finally accepting that he's part of the Sixth, and that he's married to a woman that he barely knows, and that he is, have to deal with, his teammates, the Six. And he says, "A team of heroes the likes of which I always wanted to lead." Wait a minute. You had already a team that you led, with Lorna, your girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, right? And with Guido and Rain and a lot of other superheroes on X-Force. Was it X-Force? I believe X-Force, right? And yeah, I mean, what do you mean you always wanted to have a team like this? I mean, you barely know these persons. So then he comes across Aurora, right? She's been a vampire. Basically wants to talk to her, but then duty calls. He says, "Hey, how about you? Everything okay?" He says, "Of course I do, but I do have to have business to attend to, and so I see you later." So she's turning to mist, and then Alex goes to Scott, which, I mean, what is this children's room, right? It looks like a dungeon. I mean, I know it's in a castle, but still, right? But then we have some kind of a vampire-esque sequence here that she's being called, and then she's being led to some kind of a stairway down into this castle, and yeah, but it's not a vampire. Meanwhile, speaking of vampires, Aurora goes to this estate here, I guess, this mansion, and it's Kitty Pryde on the Hafral being opened. "Your meal awaits, Aurora," she says. "Thank you, my kitten. You take care of me." I mean, this, like I said, this looks good. It has some nice imagery here with the shadows as well. It's very nice. And then she opened the door, and it's Forge, and Forge is, you know, she said, hey, you need to feed more. You don't look good, right? Maybe you should, I don't know, bite your adversaries, the people that you fight against as the Six. But she said, I cannot do that. And, well, she says, but you suffer so. I could see it in your eyes. He says, hush now, my love. The suffering is about to end for now. Yeah. And then we go to, again, to the castle again, and to the headquarters of the Sixth. And then, you know, Scotty is afraid because he said there is evil coming, right, to try to hurt them. And he says, well, you know, this is now a blackout. Let's go to the generator. But it seems that Hank built it before he became a feral beast. He says he made it so it could never break down. He says, oh, there's also some mist coming. So there's demons rear, and he's using some kind of a low-level blast. It doesn't look really good to kill it, right? He says, we're getting out of here. We got to find your mom. All right. But speaking of the mom, she has been, I don't know, being called forth by the voice. And the voice looks like a devil. He says, hey, you can be the Goblin Queen. You just have the power inside you. It's growing and you need to accept it. And then she's hesitating and, you know, go against it. And then she accepts it and he's been dragged down to hell. Or limbo, I guess, one of the two. So it begins. Who is this guy anyway? What does he want from her? Right. He said, we need to find the rest of the Six. Too late, Alex, says Scotty. They already been swallowed by the mist. How do you know that exactly? So there's something going on with this kid that I haven't figured out yet because it's not being told that. I don't know, can he see? Does he have feelings that come true or something? It's not really clear. Anyway, so they're being surrounded by goblins, I guess. But then the next page is, oh no, they're gone somehow. And then they go into Bobby's room, and Bobby's being, I don't know, being held down or swallowed or in trance. But instead of Alex doing something about it, he just says, come on, Scotty, we'll keep moving. Wait, what? You just blast him out of here, dude. What are you waiting for? What's wrong with you? But I guess the writer thinks, hey, this is some kind of horror-esque story. We need to go along, you know, with the story. All right. So they are being safe now in this room. Well, they're being, you know, tried to attack by veins or leaves of trees, whatever they are. But you know what I mean. Wood, I guess. But then a horrible sound comes closer and closer. And he says, I want my mommy. He said, you stay put. I'm going to find out what's making the noise. No, Alex, please, no. It's coming. It wants me. I know it does. And he says, who? Who is trying to get you? Well, it's just a demon, right? So I think, all right, some kind of a big monster, but it's just the same. It's the same. So why doesn't it make a sound when he just, you know, so it's just a guy, just a demon. So Alex shoots him, but it seems that when he shoots them, he just splits into two and then into three, right? And he says, Scotty, I want you to run. But then before he can do anything, the Goblin Queen comes and says, no, you dare to lay hands upon my son. And he's silenced, and then she shoots them from here. And they are, I don't know, shrinking, I guess. So they are gone. Okay, and the whole castle is now being corrupted, I guess. I believe it's corruption that you see. And he says, hey, don't be afraid. It's not going to happen anymore. And she's calling herself the Goblin Queen, although the book says Marvel Woman. And she says, honey, what's wrong? I don't want to. Alex, take me back to my room. Please, Scotty, it's Mommy. Alex, what are you looking at me like that? It's me, Madeline. It's just Madeline. And then, I don't know, she turns back, and then the corruption is gone, and then Bobby is awake, and the Brute is awake. And it says, the end. Not a chance. So it's just weird. I just, you know, the whole corruption is gone. And you just want me to forget that this happened. So I hope Alex is confronting her about her, you know, what happened here. And then we get some answers. If not, then, well, I don't know what, man. It's just not, I mean, it doesn't look really good, right? Look at the faces. Lack of detail. It's just, I don't know, man. Look at this goofy face. It's not good. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. If it hits 50 views, I would continue. If it's, 10 or 20, probably stop. And on the other hand, I want to know what's going on. I don't know. See you next time. Bye-bye.